Hello there, my Aquarius collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Aquarius. Aquarius, I love your vibe, but every time I get in your energy, I feel like you just need to pull focus on you. Like whatever you don't know, whatever sort of vibe around you, you need to be paying attention to something. This is going to help you out in the long run. So if you don't, I don't know, if your partner always took care of something, or partner could be business partners, some of y'all your life partners, I feel like you need to kind of figure out what the fuck is what the fuck. You know what I mean? Your ignorance is somebody else's bliss, and that's what makes the difference. Some of you be mindful of, like, who really has access to you? What's that sort of vibe about? Some of y'all might be, those of you like security codes, those of you, I've been telling you this for a while though, Aquarius, changing your passcode, switching things up. Some of y'all who actually knows your house security code. Definitely be mindful of who like knows all your sort of shit as well. I feel like you got like a Snoopy energy around you. So this is rather convenient for you, but at the same time, it's kind of not very smart. You know what I mean? There's the Eight of Wands. Yeah, this message keeps coming up for you. This isn't like overly dramatic, Aquarius. This is like the energy of you just need to know the sort of vibe that you're in. You need to be mindful of the people you have around you. You need to be far more questioning than what you are just... Your vibe is like you've never had to think about it or concern yourself with it, so you don't really think about it or concern yourself with it. There's the Hermit. I almost feel like you need like a doorman type vibe. You know what I mean? Some of y'all could be getting a security system. Some of y'all could just be switching things up. Those of you, whatever you do online, maybe you're upping your... some of y'all just changing your passcodes. Who has access to what? What happens when you do change your passcodes? Who gets pissed off? Yeah, there's that Eight of Swords. And there's the Ace of Swords. My, oh my. This is just you basically paying attention to things that you normally didn't. Especially if this was kind of brought to your attention during the last retrograde. We are getting ready to come up on the next retrograde. I think it's August 4th. So something that sort of brought about this sort of attention to you, or it should. This is like if your children or your grandchildren or your business partner, who really has access to what the hell you got going on, like important information with you. There's the Ten of Wands. There's the Two of Swords. That was a reverse in the last reading. Is that Two of Swords down there for you? Well, yeah, I think it kind of is. Okay, Aquarius. And there's the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that energy with you. This isn't dramatic. So, Aquarius, like seriously, if you're not the one that sort of creates your passwords, or you're not the one that sort of knows how many people know your information, you've been very complacent. So wherever your complacency is, Aquarius, this isn't like dramatic either. This should be something that you should definitely be aware of. So you know what your passcodes are. Who can get into your house? Who has keys? Who has access? Those of you, if you get like, you have a lot of people. It's that energy of like a lot of people. So business partners, those of you, if you run a business, like employees, friends of them, who has their boyfriends or girlfriends always around. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Two of Wands, with the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like interesting. Those of you, if you got all this access, you understand, you're the one that knows, and you know who has access to. Some of you astrologically, I feel like your vibe is sort of being protected here as well. So there's that change up wanting to come in. This is a lot of cleanup work. So this is just being very conscientious of the sort of energy around you. Both on the physical and some of y'all maybe here on the astrological realm. This is a lot of blessings energy, but you got a lot of sort of beggar energy around too. Who's sort of controlling your vibe? This is like if you don't know what the bills are or anything like that, maybe some of y'all, it's time you sort of pay attention to that. Especially if it's something that you couldn't be bothered paying attention to before. Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, the Six of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Swords to the Five of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, the Moon with the Three of Cups. It's not so much who's in your energy, but whoever's in your energy and who's in their energy, Aquarius. So those of you with children or grandchildren that just bring around a bunch of people you don't know. Some of you, when it comes to the work that you do, if you got a coworker, some of y'all a business partner that just brings around a bunch of random sort of vibes. Who needs to know something and who the fuck doesn't? And finding out and figuring out who does and just sort of reeling that energy in. Some of you be mindful. You could be like paying for subscriptions like twice. So this is just pay attention to what's going in, what's coming out. Who's going in, who's going out. You're going to be just fine on this. Definitely watch your favorite astrologer. I feel like astrology is helping you out here. Six of Cups, the Page of Cups, to the Scorpio vibe, to the Three of Pentacles. Damn, look at this. There could be some church house scandal. Because Three of Pentacles is really feeling like church house scandal. And then with the Five of Pentacles up there. Any of you, if you run a business, those of you, whoever you're running that business with, I feel like it's more the people they're in, the energy they're in, as opposed to you. This should be like natural. So if you're not the one that's creating your passcodes, or you're not aware of who actually knows your passcodes and what sort of information is out there, this is kind of just figuring that out. It's almost like a doorman energy, because a Virgo feels like a doorman energy, right? So if you have packages or something, you have like the doorman that is like the mediator between. I don't feel this is you so much as maybe the energies around you, who you deal with. This shouldn't be dramatic. For some of you, this is just you need to pay attention to something, especially if it wasn't something that you paid attention to before. So wherever your complacency lies, Aquarius, and that's going to be different for all of you. Not overwhelming. That's the vibe with this. This should be something that you're just aware of. Yeah, stronger passcodes. Being very mindful. That's like mole energy. So I kind of feel like that's the energy around you. So be mindful. Those of you at business-wise, right? How many people? How many people? This is like store keys. This is who's all up in your business, at your business. Some of y'all, your business partners, be mindful of that. There could be some sort of, especially if they have kind of sus choices when it comes to relationships or partnerships. I feel like you're hard to read. So a lot of you, this is actually to your benefit. Just to sort of brush up and do what you need to do. So some of you, stronger passcodes. Who knows your passcodes? So, wherever you're complacent, pay attention to that. Because this is like the vulnerability to your complacency. Especially if you let other people do it for you. I feel like you need to just take the time and learn to do something yourself. And this has a very good sort of ripple effect when it comes to you. So, some of you can kind of figure out what you need to figure out and make smart choices here. For some of you, this is what can keep you stuck as well. So, I feel like this is what you kind of need to do. So, those of you, if you got like just a bunch of random sort of people out there, and you're not quite sure, if you go through a lot of employees, right? Or the friends of your employees, some of y'all the friends of your business partners, right? This does feel like a very accomplished Aquarius. I got to tell you that, because this does feel like doorman energy big time. Doorman concierge energy. Some of y'all, there could be some scandal in the church house. So be mindful of that too. But damn. Especially if you maybe had a Scorpio that kind of did all this for you. So if you're someone that you didn't know how to change the passcodes, or you weren't really aware of that, you always had somebody else sort of doing that for you, learn to do it yourself and just surprise yourself when you change it. Your astrology is really helping you out with this. So this is basically wherever your complacency is, Aquarius. And that's different for all of you. There's the Hierophant. There's the Seven of Pentacles. There's the Page of Swords. There's the Moon vibes. There's the King of Pentacles. And there's the Eight of Pentacles. Over that's the Ace of Pentacles. This feels like lost leader vibes. So those of you, if you're dealing with like a work situation, so if you don't know really what the fuck is going on, some of y'all need to pay attention to what the fuck is going on. So I think you figure out where the loss is coming from. Some of you I don't feel like it's your energy so much, but some of you, if you're dealing with people and they sort of have sus relationships or partnerships or people around them, be mindful of that. So maybe some of you need to remind people they can't have boyfriends, girlfriends, or family around at work. Some of y'all maybe take a look. Who's controlling the finances? What that energy is all about. What happens if you restricted access? Who's going to be the one that's wanting to know why? This is like that simple. It really is that simple with you. I don't like this water vibes around you. The Scorpio there with the Pisces. Mother Mary with the Page of Cups. Some of y'all, there could be scandal in the church house. That's definitely not going to be everybody's vibe, but it really kind of feels like that. There's the Six of Swords. There's the Seven of Cups. There's the Ace of Swords, and there's the Nine of Swords. There with the Capricorn energy. So who's taking advantage of you, or who could take advantage of you? This should not be overwhelming. This should just kind of be the energy that you're in. So you need to brush up on what you need to know. Some of y'all changing your passcodes. Who has access to your passcodes? Some of y'all paying more attention. This feels like a work vibe. So when it comes to like sales and things like that. Because this feels like loss leader energy. So you should be figuring out where you're losing money and go through and try to fix it. Some of you, it's as simple as just changing your passcodes, changing something up, and then you can kind of see who had access to it and why. So wherever the fuck you're complacent, pay attention to that. Especially if you're dealing with, this is like a work vibe. There's like a group dynamic to this. So if this is something that you have somebody else take care of, maybe just check in and make sure everything is the way it should be. Don't let sentimentality affect this as well, because someone could be relying on your sentimentality. So this is like children, grandchildren, people that you've dealt with for a long time that maybe you should... Would it hurt to make sure they're doing what the fuck they're supposed to be doing? Especially if there's a payroll vibe to this. This is like payroll. This is like lost leader energy. I feel like astrologically, for some of you, this is just you, everything like sort of the gaps filling in and things getting like, you getting better clarity. Wherever you were complacent before, so whatever you didn't focus on before. So pay attention to what's drawing your attention right now. It prevents this sort of toxic energy from coming in. So this is like a bonus plus. There's definitely a work vibe on this. Not dramatic, though. Some of y'all just check in and see who knows what, who has access, why do they have access. Some of y'all just sort of cleaning up. So those of you, if you're taking over a new position, and maybe everybody's already had that position, so you're not really questioning it, maybe just switch things up a little bit. And then you kind of see the little hiccup vibes. I like this for you. This shouldn't be dramatic. This really shouldn't be dramatic. This is wherever you were complacent. So what you couldn't do before or what you didn't bother doing before, this is kind of just doing it again. And fuck the sentimentality. Fuck the sentimentality. Those of you, if you're like taking over a new job, or some of you buying a business or buying into a company, or whatever the fuck you got going on. This does feel very accomplished. I have to say that, Aquarius. So some of you, right, if you're used to other people, just kind of paying attention to that. I feel like you're single or you're newly single, or this is like a new opportunity, something that's new to you. So some of this could be you doing things that you're not used to doing before. It's all about your complacency and just kind of wising up what you haven't paid attention to. Some of you, what happens if you just like change the simple like codes around you? You know, some of y'all stronger passcodes. I don't feel like it's your energy so much, just the people around you and who they know, who they associate with. No drama on this. I feel like this is like a cautionary tale. Especially if there's something that you haven't had to do in a while. Somebody else always did it for you. Which, hey, great is the life, but now it's kind of your turn. You look at things differently. Astrologically, this is like a blessings energy for you. This is like if you have 2 or 3 subscriptions that you're paying for each month. Some of y'all just go through and kind of weed out who gets what, why, where's it going, where's it coming from. And fuck the sentimentality on this. So, you know what I mean. Those of you taking over a business, those of you taking over a job, damn Aquarius. Common sense stuff too. So no drama on this. This is just what happens when you switch things up that are very particular just to you. What's that fucking ripple effect about? Definitely watch your favorite astrologer too, because this could definitely be astrological, kind of working on your behalf. So what are you paying attention to? This is like your complacency. So this would be like maybe what you don't like doing or what you haven't had to do before. So all this is going to be new to you, which is actually good for you. So that way you have the clarity. Good astrology vibes. Good astrology vibes. Be mindful of who gets your energy. That does feel like dormant energy. So you could have some sort of guide. Some of you kind of watching over and protecting you or guiding you in this. This is like just in time so you avoid that sort of Capricorn energy. So it's not that dramatic, especially those of you, anything you do online. Those of you, when it comes to a business perspective, just paying attention to that. Especially if something is new to you. This is all about something that's new to you, you're not familiar with. That's the sort of blind spot that you just... Someone don't want you kind of looking at that, or someone didn't want you, oh, don't worry about that. We got that taken care of. It's kind of like that. But no drama. You prevent the drama. Good luck. God bless, Aquarius. Peace, love, and light.